Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this message. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium. I'm an oracle. I'm a healer, a priestess, all the things. Nice to meet you. Just if you are new here, I always like to say that, not because I love labels, I actually don't, but I like to share that. So if you are new here, or you're just starting an awakening journey, or you're just learning about these things, that gives you more of an idea of who's in front of you and my gifts and what I do, okay? So welcome in, my loves. Welcome to Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. Welcome back. This is a gift from the goddesses, a gift from the goddess. That's what I keep receiving, and that's literally like you're receiving gifts from the divine, gifts from the goddesses. Those of you guys out there who have been calling in and working with certain goddess energy, certain ascended masters, gifts from the goddess. That's what I keep hearing. This is a moment of your life where divine intervention is happening, where the deepest purification and refinement of the soul has been occurring. If it's been intense, if it's been dark, if it's been frustrating, it's because you were being pushed to the brink. You were being refined, meaning all of the things that needed to be stripped away have been being stripped away. This is a strong message with beautiful goddess and ascended master Green Tara. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. That is Green Tara's mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. Green Tara is here. Goddess Isis is here. Hecate is here. Goddess Venus, Aphrodite, Joan of Arc, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary. Many others are joining us as well. They're saying, you have our attention. You have our undivided attention. Yes, we are communing with you. Yes, we are talking to you. Yes, you are receiving messages, downloads, channelings, insights from us, with us. Let me close these blinds because I'm going to be blinded if I don't close the blinds. The goddesses are saying in this moment, you're waking up from a long slumber, a long sleep, a soul sleep. Not like you're just waking up, you're just awakening. It's, you've been awoken, you've been awakening. And for some of you guys, sorry guys, hold on, I have to get the lighting right. It's that time of day, it's always funky. Okay, in fact, while I'm up, hold on, while I'm up, I'm like, hold on. I'm gonna grab this deck too, here we go. Both by Rebecca Campbell. So let's go ahead and start off the message here. So we're like 3 minutes, okay, so, oh God, all right, whatever, I give up. So let's go ahead and start with some oracle messages. So it's literally like I'm waking up, I'm stretching. It's because you've been in the cave. You've been in the cocoon for so long. So it's like, it's time to get out, it's time to stretch, it's time to get your legs going again. It's time to step back out into the 3D world, into society, into new experiences, adventures, romances, friendships, all the things. Yeah, this is gonna, hold on. So sorry guys, hold on. Ugh. Okay. All right. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. I had to open these blinds and close those ones. Okay, we're good now. So, you're waking up from a long slumber, but it's like a spiritual coma. That's like kind of what you've been moving through, or where you've been. So an extreme amount of healing and awakening and ascending and like tapping in, that's all been happening, but it's like while you've been in this cocoon. And so now the goddesses are all gathering around you, both men and women. This is not just for women or divine feminine, this is for everyone. The goddess energies is closing in and circling around you. These goddesses are not letting you down. They're not letting you fall. They are 1,000% next to you, with you, holding you, supporting you, listening to you. Like, they are your friends. They are your family. They're definitely my friends and family for sure. I feel like my closest friends, my BFFs, it's actually my spirit guides. It's actually my spirit team. Ascended Masters, Isis, like Green Tara, like, okay, so just, you know. Okay, so what else? Okay, so you just closed out the hardest chapter of your life. So it's not, maybe for some of you guys, you just closed a chapter where it started your awakening, but for most of you guys here, this is not your first rodeo. This is not your first death cycle, rebirth, or dark night of the soul. We don't just have, like, we are refining and peeling back these layers until the day we leave this vessel and transition. It's going to be that forever until we leave, you know what I mean? But you just closed the biggest chapter, the darkest chapter. They're showing me divination, they're showing me crystals, they're showing me earth magic. They're showing me that many of you guys are divine creatrixes or creators, where you your manifestation power is off the charts, by the way, but also, like, you can literally open portals and gateways. Like, you can literally, like, somewhere in your crystalline soul DNA blueprint, you carry the codes and the knowledge and wisdom on literally how to open up a portal in thin air and move into another timeline or dimension. Space and time traveler. Time doesn't exist in the 5D. This is like crazy. You guys might actually be doing that. You might feel a little nuts. That's how it feels a lot of times when you go through you're like in a powerful rebirth. Let's read this card. It's the Rapture. It's what all the Christians are waiting to happen. It's the Rapture. They think some huge rapture is going to happen, that, you know, or a lot of people, they think that there's going to be the solar flash. It's going to be this huge bolt of lightning or something that just, you know, like, no, we are the Rapture. Your awakening is the Rapture. Your healing is the Rapture. Awakening and freeing yourself from the open air prison we live in called the false matrix. That's your Rapture. But this Rapture, so I'm speaking of like biblical rapture, like, you know, oh, Jesus is coming and he's going to save all of us, and those of us who were good and we obeyed, we're going to go to heaven, and everyone else can burn for all eternity. That's a lie. That is the biggest lie and scam ever. I live in the country, and somewhere off in the distance, because my windows are open, someone just honked their horn so loud for confirmation. But this is about divine, romantic, falling in love, rapture. Sensual. Very feminine, very Venus who showed up, and Aphrodite. Very Venusian, very divine feminine essence here. So you're embodying this rapturous, enchanting, magnetic vibration. You probably don't feel like it, or maybe even physically look like it, because you might feel and look like you just got pulled through the ringer, because you did. You did. You got pulled through the soul ringer, through the spiritual ringer. You got knocked around. You got knocked by the universe, didn't you? We all did. Pluto and retrograding in Capricorn, like, that was, everything has been crazy, the eclipses, but like, that was like insane. But this speaks of sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. So that's why all these goddesses are also showing up, because that is that goddess energy. That is that divine feminine essence. You're magnetic. You are so attractive right now. You've got people's attention, and it's nothing you're literally doing. It's just literally the embodiment. It's just you existing. Your energy, I'm hearing voluptuous. People are like, okay, so I don't know, but like Marilyn, I think of voluptuous and I think Marilyn Monroe, I think Sophia Loren, you know, Bridget Bardot, like that's voluptuous energy to me. But this is literally what is entering your life right now, because this is what you're embodying. People always are like, why isn't union happening, or why am I still single? And it's like, well, you know, first of all, that could be like subconscious things that are literally blocking. I talk about this all the time. All the time. Trauma, wounds, blockages that are energetic that you don't even realize you have or you still carry. And that literally pushes away union, or it's union blocks, you know what I mean? But also, are you loving yourself? You know, like, are you, like, sensuality doesn't necessarily mean like SEX. You know what I mean? Sensuality, that's your senses. And the feminine energy, the empress, the divine feminine, she's very in tune with her senses. So when you are very sensual, you're very in touch with your touch, with the taste, with the smell, with sight. Everything is just like so sensual, and it's like it really just fuels your fire. Meaning, you could be eating a piece of bread. Someone who's not in tune with their feminine essence or their sensuality or their senses, because a lot of humans walking around, they're just in a robotic state of living and being and surviving. So a lot of, you know, yeah, there's people out there that are like foodies or whatever, but like, if you're sitting down at a restaurant with a divine feminine who's in this vibration, she's going to pick up that piece of bread, tear it into a piece, take a moment to really savor that moment, savor it. She's not in a rush. She's not scarfing and inhaling food because her nervous system's all out of whack. You know, a lot of people who have out of whack nervous systems, they don't even make it to the dinner table, or they literally, you ever catch yourself standing up in the kitchen eating off your plate, like you make your plate and then you don't even go sit down, you're just eating from, that's overstimulated nervous system. You feel like you need to hurry with everything. Everything's like, oh, I gotta hurry. You can't just calm down and be in that energy. So this is what I'm talking about. You've done a lot of healing like that, and maybe again with that new life, and the goddesses are like, you're waking up from a slumber, and that's okay. Be gentle with yourself right now. Like, you just moved through a lot, you just cleared a lot, you just healed a lot. You're still in the mode of that. Your body's still releasing, your physical vessel's upgraded, your dietary, you know, demands are different, your appetite has changed, like everything is upgraded. Not just your energy, not just, you know, your body, your mind has upgraded, the way you think is upgraded, your emotions are upgraded, your chakras are upgraded, you know, your crown chakras, everything's upgraded. You're an upgrade. This is the upgraded, new and improved version 2.0 of you. This is the new and improved version of you. And that divine feminine energy, she will take that piece of bread, she will make love to that piece of bread. I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. Like, oh my gosh, this bread smells so good. Oh my gosh, it tastes incredible. Like, my taste buds are happy dancing right now, because this is giving me life. This piece of bread, this morsel of bread, it smells incredible. Like, this whole restaurant just smells incredible. Like, it's making me feel, do you see how I'm associating, like, the senses, like, the taste? So you're connecting your senses you're connected to your senses. That's really what it is. Everything feels incredible. Everything smells amazing. Or like the smell is just so beautiful. I feel so good. Like it's all about like the feel and the scent and the, but really taking it in. Really taking it in. And I think that's kind of like a higher self message of connecting right now with your body, with your, like getting sensual with yourself. That's right. I said it. I said it. Getting sensual with yourself. The more of that you embody, the more of this that you embody, it just elevates you even more into that love frequency of, But this is love like devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. This is literally what you have been going through the soul refinement for. You were getting like these layers stripped down, and you were getting triggered, and you were getting, blockages, and every single thing was meant for soul purification, soul evolution, healing, growth. This triggers you. Why does it trigger you? Your triggers are your access point to healing. It's a portal for healing. So if something gets under your skin or really sets you off, then that's a point for you to go within, right? So you've been having those trigger points like left and right, again, to refine you and to get you back more into your body, into your present moment and space and way of thinking, everything. So let's go ahead and, okay, we're 16 minutes in. All right, let's get more cards. Ecstasy, romance, devotion, like hopelessly devoted to you. There is so much devotion entering your life because you became devoted to self and to your journey and to your healing. You became the devotee to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. We come here for that. Okay? That's why a great part of our ascension journey through like the deepest, darkest parts, we go through that alone. We need to. We have to. Even when other people are around us, it's still lonely and isolating. The grandmothers, there it is. There's your lineage of women. The lineage of women, the mothers, the grandmothers, the great-grandmothers, all the way back. And also going forward of what you've cleared and healed. But this speaks of like matriarch. It's definitely like ancestors, your spirit guides, your loved ones in spirit, etc. But definitely like the women coming through, reminding you to honor. And I think it's really neat because literally I had all those goddesses come in, and I'm like, they're around you. Like this whole circle of goddesses is here. They're standing in my room. They're chilling out. They're supporting this message. They're bringing healing. They're bringing activations. They're bringing their own key codes. Remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weavings. Trust the weavings. And as you trust, that's what you had to do. You're coming out of an initiation of trust and faith, where you literally you've had nothing shifting in the 3D, but you felt the shifts through this last cycle were internal for many of you guys. Now I know for a lot of you it was also external, meaning you had to cut cords or end things or walk away. So there was a lot of external shifts and change for sure. But the bigger shift was the internal shift. As within, so without. So you shifted a lot inside. You've healed a lot inside. Your ancestors are showing up. Do you see this like portal that's open here of energy? It's like your ancestors are saying, yeah, you carry your portal keeper, your temple keeper, your protectors. You might be like called. This could also be places where you chose to incarnate or be born or live, like maybe where you live right now. Wherever you chose to go, that was where you wanted to be. You needed to bring healing or heal karma there or whatever it was, right? But there's something about like, I'm hearing living off the land. It's about like, hey, remember that lifetime? Remember when you were just fine living off the land? You had no devices, no internet, no electricity. Remember? And we're doing the same thing, healing and making magic, and you know what I mean? Like there's something about like taking it back, also like old school, like making sure that you're taking care of your energy in the way where you're like, okay, like I'm taking time, like every single day I'm taking like intentional time to disconnect from Wi-Fi, internet, electricity, whatever it is. Maybe go outdoors, spend an hour outside taking a nice walk. There's something about that. As we ascend higher, the technology in those regards, the EMFs, all that, it gets even, it's more poisonous to us. Like it's like kryptonite for us. It's literally just radiation that's 24/7 cooking our body, the water in our body. It's heating us up. It's frying our eyeballs out. Like, it's crazy. So to help counteract a lot of that, first of all, I do a lot of like reversal work, but also being intentional of unplugging. Make sure you're taking time to unplug, because big things are happening for you right now. Okay? So you are in a place of divine love, rapture. You just, like, this is the moment of resurrection, baby. That's what I meant by coming to life and like all that. And then the first card out was the Rapture, which literally the Rapture is like the resurrection, the, you know, this is the moment. It's like this huge thing. You know what I mean? You're gonna have some miracles happen for you too, like something miraculous just happening. Like, it doesn't have to be something insane and huge and crazy. It could be like, you know, like you're eating at a restaurant and you're like, okay, like, can we have our check? And the waiter walks over and says, this couple or this family over here decided to pay your dinner. That's miraculous. That's like, what? Are you serious? That's a miracle for me. That's a miracle in my book. How about your book? You know, paying it forward, helping people out, just love and support. It's like all the good that you've done, you're seeing it come back to you. Because, honey, look at that. I told you, look, the morning dew. There's the new life. You're waking up. You're coming out of this slumber now, and you're doing it like you're ready. The morning sets the tone for the whole day. It's new life. The sun is rising. You know, the flowers wake up. The birds are chirping. The birds are waking up. It's like that. It's literally what I said. Clarity. There's all kinds of clarity. Where there was confusion, you now have clarity. Where there was frustration, you now have peace, ease, contentment, flow. Where there was blocks, open pathways. It's like that. It's the morning dew. You're fresh and rejuvenized as morning dew. Oh, that's another thing that I wanted to say with the goddesses. See, it's like you rise in this morning dew energy. By the way, just a little side note, literal morning dew. If you go out, I love morning dew. I love taking pictures of morning dew upon blades of grass or flower petals or things like that. I have like all kinds of photos in my phone, like of captures like that. Eventually someday I want to paint them and recreate. But anyways, a fresh start and a positive outlook. A fresh start and a positive outlook. This is like confirmation that the stuff that's happening in your life now, it's new experiences, new people, new beginnings, new love, falling in love, new jobs, new money, new career, new infusions of divine energy, new infusions of, you know, motivation. It's new energy. So first of all, there's a lot, because you've been pushing out a lot of old energy. That's what you've been up to. That's what you've been doing. You've been integrating, but you've been pushing it all out. You've been healing, you've been purging, transmuting that old energy and getting it out to make room for the new, for the morning dew, for your morning sun, so the sun could rise in your life again once more. Okay? But this is what, so it's like you're here now, but this is like where you've been, is releasing all the petals of our rose heart. So many layers, so many petals. You've been having to release all these petals, let them go, let them fly. Transformation, sound familiar? Death and rebirth, sound familiar? Shedding. I'm just shedding, like a cat sheds their fur, like a dog sheds their coat. You know, they don't, it just sheds. That's like what you've been doing. You've been shedding the old coat. You've been shedding the old you. Releasing all those petals, releasing all those pains, releasing all those nasty memories and resentments and things you didn't forgive people for and all that stuff. That's the soul refinement and purification that got you here. Okay? That got you here. Now you're the morning dew. You're fresh like morning dew. And there's a lot of pleasure, a lot of ecstasy moments, a lot of bliss, a lot of euphoria, falling in love, sensual moments, touch, flirtiness, love, divine support, like all that. You guys already know, and I've been channeling divine union stuff and tapping into messages around that for certain collectives of people. And okay, death and rebirth, shedding, all change, like all change. Didn't I get something about like earth magic or something like that earlier? I don't know, but it's about remembering your roots, like releasing all of like the old, meaning like the faded life, like the life you were born into. Like how did your lineage condition you? How did your family patterns condition you? Like you've been literally like completely shedding all that. You know, in the temples and the mystery schools and in our sacred temples, us goddesses, us priestesses, etc., like when we would go through a huge initiation or we would complete a huge cycle of initiation or death or whatever, right? Like this, where you're at right now. And we were, you know, being reborn, rebirthed into the new self, because that's the initiation. The initiation is literally forgetting everything you've ever known, meaning like everything you've been taught, or, you know, connected to the false matrix and family generational patterns and curses. You're literally becoming someone that you've never known before. That's the rebirth. I don't know, it's like I do know this version of me, but I've never met her before. All these old versions of me I know very well, you know, but I lovingly shed them. I lovingly release them. So in the old, you know, in ancient times, in our temples, when we would rebirth like this and have like a huge initiation rebirth like that, we would discard our birth name and we would name ourselves. We would be given, or we would choose a new name for ourselves that marked the beginning of who we truly are, basically. So that might resonate with you. Like maybe you don't have to go like change your name. Maybe you want to, I don't know. Maybe you grew up in a really nasty family and you've forgiven and you've been healing, but maybe you don't love that name because it just, you know, there's bad jujus there for you. Change it, who cares, right? I'm not saying go change your name, but hey, if that's something you feel called to do, why not, right? But you might just be rebirthing and just start calling yourself something, you know what I mean? Like for me, like I have like past life names that have come through. Like I have an old, like an Egyptian name from one of my lifetimes, Anuka. But my rebirth name is Rose, or I am a Magdalene Rose priestess. I am an Isis Rose Magdalene priestess, an Avalon priestess. And for me, that's a rebirth name, Erica Rose. And maybe someday I'll want to be something more or different or else or whatever, you know what I mean? But maybe you want to give yourself a rebirth name. And what would that be? And why? Like if you could give yourself a name right now, a new name, what would it be? To honor who you've been and also who you are and who you're becoming. Curious. Comment down below. What's your goddess name? What's your rebirth, high frequency, I'm a goddess, I'm a divine king name for you guys, okay? Anyways, we are nature. So it's like you've gone, so now, right now, like all your spirit guides, the goddesses, they're literally holding you and they're like, right now, all you have to do is make sure you stay grounded. Just keep grounding, just keep breathing. Keep falling more in love with yourself, with life. Find the joy and the bliss and the blessings and the miracle moments in every day right now, in little things, you know, and then show appreciation and gratitude. Help your heart to expand even more, open even more. The goddesses are like, we know how you're feeling, and we know that you're like, hello, where's my blessings? And even though the universe doesn't operate off of our ego like that, like Where is it? The goddesses are definitely confirming that it's already done. It's already on its way, and for some, you're already seeing it. It's done. Becoming grounded, embodiment. It's about this next level of your journey, and I keep talking about this, you guys. I keep talking about it. Your next level of ascension in this next chapter of your life that you're now moving into, that you're now officially beginning, this is where it's all about the physical embodiment of ascension. Meaning, this next level of ascension, it's not about the higher chakras and being up in la la land, and you know, it's literally embodying your heaven and earth. And let me tell you, honey, that's a big one. That's a big one. It's about the physical embodiment of all that you've shed, all that you've let go, all of the death and rebirth, this new and improved new you who is radiating and glowing and calling in like abundant, like it's an abundant energy. So you're like this, you're this signal, bing. The universe is pinging. You're the tower, like a cell phone. The universe is pinging off your tower. And if your tower is like, the ping is bong, it's bong, right? But when you're in this energy here where you're at now, even though I know you don't feel like it, because honey, neither do I, but our frequency speaks for itself. It's not about the physical. It's not about what's happening in the 3D right now. It's about your frequency. And the universe, your frequency is your universal address. That's how the universe knows where to send your stuff, right? Your ping is like bing, 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 bing. There's so many like ping, 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 okay? Okay? Like you are getting the pings left and right, okay? So, I don't know. Let's just get a couple more cards and then we'll wrap it up. By the way, mi amor, speaking of like the goddesses and the temples and the mystery schools, our second month of our official mystery school, the Circle of Light, that's what this mystery school is called. I, as a Magdalene Isis priestess, I've been wanting to do a mystery school for a long time. It just wasn't the time. I wasn't ready as a teacher, as a guide. I wasn't there either, you know, and so now it was time. So I officially launched it. We just are completing our first month of October. So we meet every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time over Zoom. This mystery school and our Circle of Light gathering every Saturday, it is recorded, so if you can't make the lives for some reason, you can tune in with the recording, and you're there with us in real time, okay? But this is, the main focus is to empower and to really hone in and help develop your gifts, psychic ability, past life connections, whatever your gifts are. But telepathy and psychic ability, because I'm prophetic, I can see the future, right? Like way in the future in a lot of ways. Trust me, we need our telepathy to be on point so we can communicate with each other without cell phones, etc. Okay, so that's a big one. So, but it's mostly like every week we gather, and it's like we have time to share. You can talk about what's on your heart or your triumphs, your difficulties, ask questions. We do rituals, we manifest together. Like this week we have like the full moon in Taurus. We'll be doing a full moon like ritual together, and I'll be doing some really deep release thing. I think I might actually be doing, I think with this full moon in Taurus, first full moon, moving into Scorpio season, I think I'm actually maybe going to do a Zoom where I do a recorded like full moon circle with you guys. And if you want to join, you can join, kind of a thing. But I feel very, very, very called to go very deep into cord cutting and releasing with this. And so I think I'm going to do that. So stay tuned. I'll post, I'll share, but I think we'll do that. And same as always, it'll be about a 30-minute to like an hour, a recorded Zoom that I will do. And then I will email it to all of you guys who want to, purchase it. So anyways, but going back to the mystery school, we would love to have you. So for the whole month of the mystery school, the enrollment price is $111. and it's like 20 something bucks a week, you know what I mean? But literally the community, the friendship, the support, the love, the outlet, that, I think that's a big one. And those of you guys who know, you were in October Mystery School, and you're going to join us in November too. But the support, it's priceless. It's priceless to be able to speak your truth, to be heard, to be seen, to be validated, and to be held. It's priceless, because these journeys are lonely. So anyways, we would love to have you. If you want to join the open enrollment right now for our November Mystery School, just send me an email. My email's in the description box, along with all my other services and reading and spiritual healing services that I do. It's all there. So just email me and we'll get you set up, okay? Look at this. You can't even make it up, girl, boy. Look at that. This is literally a portal in Sedona. This is Sedona, by the way. I mean, it could be anywhere deserty, but for me, it's Sedona. And I think Lightstar, the divine goddess, her name is Lightstar. I think she's the creator of this deck. I think she lives in Sedona, honestly. I think she lives there. But anyways, this is definitely like Sedona energy. I don't know if that's Cathedral Rock specifically, but Sedona is a huge vortex, and there's vortexes, vortices, or whatever, all in Sedona. And right here is this sacred pyramid temple. That's what I mean. Didn't I say you can open to portals to other timelines, realms, dimensions, or whatever, literally in thin air? And there it is. There it is. But this is just also like confirming, like, you have insane spiritual gifts and power and knowledge. Like, you just, like, it goes way beyond just being psychic or intuitive or an empath. That's yes, it's beautiful and very strong, but that's peanuts compared to the stuff you hold within your soul blueprint from Lemuria, Atlantis, other star systems, other incarnations. Like, it's crazy. It's wild. Leap of faith, freedom, and new beginnings. There it is. Morning dew, clarity, a fresh start. Here we go. Breakthrough, new beginnings. The grandmothers, make sure you remember your roots. I'm also getting that the ancestors are showing up so strongly at this time. They've been really helping you. Really helping you. Let me ask you, and this is just a moment of reflection, how much time a day do you spend connecting with your spirit guides and your ancestors? Like, how much time a day do you say thank you, show gratitude, appreciation, send love, commune with them, talk to them, ask them for support? Like, I'm sure you do a lot throughout the day at certain moments, or something happens or whatever, but like, they are more real than, and they're more constant and more real and more involved, and they know everything you're going through than anyone else that you know. Your closest friend, your closest, family members, they know you better, they know you more, and they want to commune with you more. There's something about lighting a candle for your ancestors, thanking the ancestors who have come before you, honoring your roots and remembering your roots. Really sitting down and taking time to connect and think not only about your ancestors, but also about you and your past lives. We are our own ancestors. There's something with that too. The solar plexus, it's your solar portal. Your solar portal is receiving so much power, infusions of power. This is to help you and to fuel you at this time, because you are depleted. Many of us are just so depleted energetically because of what we've been pushing through and pushing out, and all of that. So we're literally physically exhausted. We are so tired, so drained. Our body is shifting a lot. Our appetites have shifted a lot, like everything, right? So there's an infusion from the sun and from Three Eye Atlas that's coming directly through in that, okay? Three Eye Atlas, the sun, boom, down to you, okay? This is about being centered, feeling more centered in your power. Just what I see is literally just waking up and feeling more energized, feeling the morning dew energy. Oh, that's what I was going to say about morning dew. Morning dew is very powerful, sacred, healing medicine, also manifestation medicine. So in the morning, early morning, right as the sun starts to rise, go out, find some morning dew on grass or flower petals or whatever it is. Take the morning dew and bless your chakras. I bless my crown, my third eye, my throat, you know what I mean? Bless your chakras, your hands, anoint your feet with the morning dew, literally. And then take the morning dew inside, go to your altar, connect with your ancestors, your beloved goddess being friends, and your angels, etc., and ask them to infuse the morning dew, bless the morning dew, and then just place it upon your altar. Light a candle. Your prayers and your manifestations and all of that, like when you're doing rituals or even little things like that, it's going to be so much stronger when you connect all the elements together in it. You know? Like the water element is the morning dew. The earth element would be the flower petals or the flower or the blades of grass or whatever a leaf, whatever it is that the morning dew is on. And then of course you have the air and then a candle for fire, right? And then so I don't know, just a little witch tip. Manipulation, balancing your power. You can no longer be manipulated. You can no longer be manipulated. And I think for a lot of you guys, you just recently were triggered or had some tests around manipulation. Like people, like you were tested. Could you still be manipulated? Because people tried to manipulate you or they thought they got away with it or something. I don't know, but you cannot be manipulated. You're very much in your power. Okay? And then look at that inspirational creation, alchemy, the element. I just spoke. This is magic. This is the ritual. This is exactly what I just said. Thank you. Look, alchemy. It's time for you to dive deeper into your alchemy. Okay, so you're coming back to life. You're waking up from this deep, dark winter slumber void, dark night of the soul. You're coming out of the cocoon. You've got your wings. You've got your new wings. You can stretch them out, right? And now you can take flight. So right now you're being called, whatever is inspiring you. You got to create inspirational creation. Okay? The inspire, creative energy, that's feminine energy. That's sacral chakra energy as well. Okay? So if you're not feeling creative, if you're like, I just lost all creative spark, I'm not creative, I just don't feel motivated, okay, that's coming back online in a lot of ways, but you also have to co-create that. Like, you still have to be intentional and be like, I'm going to wake up just like being happy or positive. Like, I'm going to wake up. This is how I start my day. The morning dew. I'm going to go out. I'm going to get my morning dew. I'm going to bless my third eye and my heart. I'm going to come in. I'm going to put some morning dew on my altar. I'm going to take about 5 minutes and I'm going to pray. I'm going to give thanks and gratitude to all that I have in my life. I'm so thankful. I'm going to take a moment to connect with my ancestors, my angels. I'm going to light a candle. I'm going to say a little blessing, a little prayer with this morning dew, I'm going to, right? So there's something about like really tapping into the alchemy, making life magical, like finding magic in the mundane. That's what I get here. That's very powerful alchemy and creativity, by the way. And then working with the elements. Okay, there's something about the elements, being an earth guardian, an animal guardian, planetary guardian, like you're literally being called out into nature. Like, connect with the trees, but listen to them. Like, pine needles, what are these good for? What is the medicine? Pine cones, oh my gosh, look at this beautiful, like, infinite pattern of geometrics on the pine cone. There's something about really going out and tuning in and working with the elements in this next level of your journey. Your magic, your alchemy, your witchiness, mortar and pestle. This could also be divine alchemy as far as cooking goes. Like, I'm just cooking myself dinner, but I'm casting a spell in my stew, like a little rosemary for protection and for energetic clearing, and this, and then a little sage for this, and a little cinnamon for that, or nutmeg for this. Listen, Everything is magic. Everything is energy. You can literally cook dinner and create magic and infuse your all your loved ones, your family, yourself with not only nutrients, but also healing power, with blessed energy, with abundance, with all the things, right? So there's definitely something where spirit is like, and the goddesses are like, it's time, honey. You've had your moment. You've been in the cocoon. You were in the cave. You isolated. You cut everyone off. You went within, and now you're done with all that, and you have to be the one to really shake it off and choose to step into this new. Because we are helping you in so many ways, but you also have to meet us halfway, right? Okay. So that's what I've got for you guys. I went way over time. But let's go ahead and end with, oh, look at that. I randomly pick up the deck. Look at happy, happy, happy. There you are. There you are. Show me the incoming energy and a message to end. Ooh, TikTok, clean it up. Look at that. So for some of you guys, it's time to clean up. It's time to clean your home. It's time to clear energy. Clean up, clean up, clean up, okay? Because you just came out of a really, right, like the cocoon. You got to clean everything up. Now I'm in new, fresh energy, so my home needs to be new, fresh energy. My car needs to be, like, I need new, fresh, clean energy everywhere because I'm clean energy. And I don't want anything messing up my vibration or, you know what I mean? Okay, but this is also confirmation about the time it's taken to clean up your life and your energy and to heal and, like, right? Okay, by the book. No, I'm no longer doing everything by the book. I'm no longer doing everything the way everyone wants me to. There it is. I knew it was going to come out. Something like this. Because this is like divine timing, the clock, like all of that, right? And then the clean it up. Whatever's got to go, it's got to go, okay? We have 2 months left, basically, right? 2 months of 2025. So we have like 60 days to end and clean up whatever karma, old energy, relationship, anything that is no longer meant to be in our life, because we're closing, it's a 9-year, right? Well, we're closing out the last 9 years since 2016. You're tidying up and clearing karma from the last 9 years in 2025, and that's what you've been working for. So, you know, whatever you had going on in 2016, it's full circle now here. Like, it's done. Okay? It's closed. It's like that. But I think mostly it's about what you've been moving through and where you're at now, which is blessed. It's blessed. And spirit, the goddesses, they're like, we know it's really hard for you to picture that right now because maybe what you're going through, or it's really hard for you to be in that vibration of like, I'm so blessed, when you clearly have been through a lot. You know what I mean? That you've had to basically renovate yourself, your energy, your life. But you now are in this, and it's master number 22, you're in this blessed cycle now. You can just rest assured that you are blessed, and blessings are all around you, and you are flying forward ahead. Okay? Message in a bottle. There's some kind of powerful communication, something that's been making its way to you in this message in a bottle. It's like a life-changing communication, good news, something that really just empowers you. It makes you so happy. It just feels like, oh my gosh, like it's something like that, okay? So I don't know, you guys, this went way over time, but I just have to channel till I'm done. So again, working with and calling in Green Tara, look her up, Google her. Who's Green Tara? Let me YouTube her. Let me learn more about Green Tara. I'm all about spiritual, just independence. Like, you know, people will literally, you guys, like, I love everyone, I do, but like, come on, like, people will literally send me an email or DM me or whatever, and they'll be like, I see 333, can you tell me what that means? I'm like, no, I cannot. I could, but I'm not. Go look it up, educate yourself, right? So I'm all about like that empowering spiritual independence, and you know, so go learn more about Green Tara. So Green Tara, she's a big one, and again, she's an ascended master. She's a very powerful goddess energy. She's one of my favorites. Her and Goddess Isis are the ones that I mentored with. They're the first I ever mentored with, Green Tara and Isis. And when I started mentoring with Green Tara, my whole life changed. I was mentoring with her when I started my YouTube channel and my Gypsy Cowgirl business. And everything just, she's just so phenomenal. So Green Tara, of course,